Alright, we're starting off the top 5, the best bluffs of the Jeju 2018 edition with a hand from the $1 Million Buy-in Cash game. We see Sam Greenwood squaring off against, well, pretty much everybody on this river. He finds a really nice multi-way river spot to pick up almost $200,000.
I got a shot here.
Why Kinyong pocket tens.
Rui Cao with the 7-5. Clubs in position. Seems every time Greenwood raises, it goes 4 or 5 way.
Yeah. So when you play like hands like 6-5, earlier he had A7, they're hard to play in 4-way pots. These small pre-flop raise sizes don't clear out your opponents that well in these kind of deep stack cash games. Greenwood is under a gun. Flops the inside straight draw. Does he think he should bet? He's just gonna check. So Wykin betting here. Rui Cao, of course. You like the way he plays so fast?
Yeah. Always instantly does something. Just makes up his mind really quickly. Has a really good knack for just planning out the hand, knowing how he wants to continue, what his future streets are going to look like.
Tan Xuan, he's going to call as well. Got the inside straight draw. Greenwood actually has a draw to the nut straight. He would close the action if he can hit a 4. Greenwood's going to make the call. Not too often you see 4 people to the flop, 4 people calling a bet on the flop on such a low board that's not even that connected. So Rui Cao makes a flush.
Wykin has a 10 of clubs. It's really unlikely somebody has a king here. He's mostly going to be afraid of a 3 or a flush. But he instantly checks.
Checks to Rui Cao. Rui Cao checks back a flush.
Wow.
He lets Wykin get there. Try to get a little bit sneaky. Greenwood sitting here with 6 high. Thinking, is there a way he can represent the ace of clubs right now?
He is the pre-flop raiser. He's the one most likely to have it.
Yeah, from under the gun. It's crossing his mind. Oh, Greenwood's thinking about this. This would get a lot of credit. Oh, Greenwood firing out. Reaching for chips.
This is a really great bet. Very smartly done.
Well, so Wykin quickly lays it down. Wow, 6 high gonna take this one down. He wants to show.
Yeah, he wants it.
Show it.
Bluff. 6 high.
Rui Cao just shakes his head like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
But that was an amazing bluff. And everyone, 2 people folded a flush, like snap folded, didn't even think about it. That just shows how good Greenwood is at reading hands.
On spot number 4, we find Tan Xuan battling it out with a very marginal hand in a multi-way short deck pot. He immediately decided to turn his hand into a bluff and put the pressure on his opponents with an amazing read on the situation.
So Kings has the best hand. Starts with check.
Wow, lots of money in the spot.
290,000 4-way. Tan Xuan's been having a swingy day. Got up to 2 million chips. Now has 1 million. He's the one betting bottom pair.
Arnaud has 2 people behind him, which is very important in his hand. It's much different if 2 people fall in front of you and then you're facing this bet. Could possibly impact his decision.
Pocket kings. It's a pretty big hand. If his opponent has a queen, he's in big trouble. He's gonna call. Just hope his opponent just shut down. So Richard Young would have made a straight, but he folded.
I wish we had like a cam for that.
Yeah.
Just a little...
The
like,
reaction cam?
Yeah, the reaction cam.
So Tan Xuan bet the flop, gets called by Arnaud. Needs to try to decide, does Arnaud have a queen or not? Wow, if he can stab here, this would be some sick reads. Using a time extension. Because Tan Xuan doesn't think his opponent will ever fold a queen. But if he can put him on like kings, he can really pressure him.
Tan Xuan is so good at these situations.
Experience is definitely paying off. He's definitely got one of the most experience of this table. Next to Tom Dwan. In Triton Hold'em. Did he just bet?
I think he bets.
Did. 230,000.
Wow. What a sicko.
Yeah, this is even tougher for Arnaud here because there's no flush draw. This guy's betting twice. What bluffs does he have? But he does have a bluff. He's gonna lay down the pocket kings.
Oh my god, what a bluff. This guy.
His reads are on point every single, well, almost every single time. He did try to bluff quads.
In number 3, we see a good example of why short deck is so hard to play over multiple streets. Rui Cao starts off with a pretty hand in bottom 2 pair, but he's facing relentless action on every street from Jason Koon. Poker, well, we're playing Triton Hold'em now, so we always say the equities run close, and what that means is that people have a very big chance of winning at any given time. You see how much these all-ins change. Any turn brings somebody out or 10-20% more chance to win. And that makes it even more dangerous to enter a pot. I mean, if you go all in with aces and you get called by 10-9 suited, you're looking at a hand that has 35% against you. He's gonna win that 1 out of 3 times. So, a lot of sickness in this game. And that favors the big stacks because they can push some shorter stacks around. Because if a shorter stack loses a flip or a 40-60, he's out. And too low, it would be a little dent in his stack. I would really highly suggest, if you're not familiar with the game, really try to sit down for a moment and get familiar with it. It has a very cool construction with the antes, with the button that has double ante. Important pot here, $1 million in the middle. 7 would make a straight, so ace functions as a low card as well as a high card. Ace can be an ace or a 5, so ace 6, 7, 8, 9 would be a straight. Oh, what a move here! Jason Koon, ladies and gentlemen. Balls of steel. And he makes him fold. Wow, what a great move there by Jason. And this is such an important pot for him.
Mr. Never Die.
Never die.
Jerk, jerk.
2.4 million for him now, so everybody really, really even. And our second place is a hand between Chow and Luke Greenwood. A re-raise from Greenwood got cold called by Chow, and Greenwood sees a nightmare flop for his queens. Chow shows great instinct by realizing Greenwood is not slow playing in fact, and makes a really nice bluff.
Wow, he looks like he wants to put some chips in.
Yeah, Chow is a bit of a wild card in this situation.
Wow, so Chow is going to come along here, pocket 7s. 1-7 is dead. There's only 1-7 left in the deck. Peters, though, when he sees his bet and a call, he's got king jack offsuit. It's not a great hand, so he's still going to lay it down despite the price.
Good discipline there from Peters. This is super interesting because if this comes ace high, then Chow might find a spot to do something. Oh, man. Oh, wow. The worst flop imaginable for queens.
Ace, king, 6, 2 overs, and this guy just called my raise after I 3-bet. Greenwood. He's trying to figure out, okay, what does Chow cold call here?
This is so disgusting.
Like, is he the type of guy who might cold call ace, king pre-flop? He might. He doesn't know. Ace, queen, jacks, 10s. He's going to check. Pocket 7s for Chow. He's got to be a bit worried at Greenwood. Might have a big hand, but
nope.
He knows. He just knows Greenwood has queens or jacks.
Wow, great bet sizing as well. Just
you gotta respect this play from Chow.
Yeah, and this is why we call him a wild card, and this is why we say these guys might play a little bit unconventional, but they're not easy to play. They're really willing to pull the trigger, and put you in a really tough spot.
Chow has a great read on Greenwood's hand. This guy 3-bet, checks the flop ace, king, 6. It does look like queens and jacks. It is queens. Oh, wow. Greenwood's going to make the call.
Oh, my God. I can't wait to see how this hand plays out.
That is a sick call. Queens is 2 overs.
Greenwood's saving grace might be here that he could be slow playing.
The 3 of diamonds. Both players with no diamond. Both players have really bad hands for this board texture. Somehow have 189,000 in the middle on the money bubble. Can Chow find another bet?
Man, I really can't. I can't wait to see what's going to happen here.
His opponent only has 123,000 remaining. So Chow's going to check. Her card's a jack. So actually, both of these guys kind of look like they might have pocket jacks. So they can really represent a big hand. Greenwood thinking about, should he consider taking the lead here? He might expect his opponent to bet the turn if he had a big hand.
Yeah. This might be a little bit of that posturing that we see, that people want to pretend like they have a really strong check. Don't do it too fast, too quickly. Oh my God, I can't wait to see what Chow's going to do. I really can't fault him for giving up here, but if he does manage to find a bet, that would be absolutely incredible.
So Chow needs to think, man, so this guy 3-bet, check calls a flop, checks the turn, doesn't want to bet the river. You would think that if Greenwood had aces, kings, or ace-king, from Chow's point of view, like he would want to bet by now. He's taking passive line. Chow.
Wow!
Chow.
Oh my God. I love watching this guy play. Oh my
Quick
God.
lay down.
What a bluff. That is incredible. That is balls of steel right there.
This is Chow.
Yeah,
this is Chow's game right now.
And the best bluff we have seen during Jeju in 2018 belongs to none other than Rui Cao. As we all know, Rui is no stranger to running big bluffs, but he finds himself in an especially tough spot in the $1 million cash game. People don't like to fold their ace on these particular boards, but Rui manages to pull it off.
Well, Rui Cao 3-betting the 10-4 suited. You gotta think the Triton Super High Roller Series giving you access to these cash games. Just 10-4 suited, 63,000 in the middle. Wykin, he's got king queen.
Comes along, can't fold against Rui Cao. Not yet anyway.
So 126,000 in there. Someone's got 10-4 suited. So ace, deuce, deuce, 2 clubs.
It's just a great board for Rui Cao. If you're re-raising with hands that are this weak, flopping a dry board with an ace on it is just a dream.
Yeah, your opponent is just never playing the deuce. Wow, Wykin calls with king, queen high, the nut high card. As long as his opponent isn't paired, he does have the best hand. Turns the king. Ace, 2-2 king. Of course, Wykin needs to be a little bit worried about an ace. Rui Cao betting again with just 10-4 high. He has nothing.
Absolutely fearless.
He knows his opponent will call some king highs, and it's hard to call with a pair of kings, but White can quickly make the call.
It's a little bit trouble for Rui because even if White has a hand as weak as ace-4, it still would chop against ace-queen. So it's going to take a lot to push him off an ace.
So the river card comes to flush. Rui Cao, 3-bet pre-flop, bet the flop, bet the turn. He's shoving all in on the river. That's a slight overbet, 459,000 of 10-4 high.
Absolutely fearless.
Wykin made a great call pre-flop, great call on the flop, great call on the turn. Can he make one more big call here? What does he beat?
Rui Cow, maybe.
He only beats hands that Rui Cao just randomly plays this way. This is a big move.
Such a bad thing for him that the flush gets there as well. Rui Cao pretty much has any club combination.
Yeah, every club combination is possible. I can't believe Wykin's thinking about this. He's going to lay it down.
Shows the bluff.
I knew it.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Oh my God, what am I doing?
I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, he's bluffing.